Brown guy with tattoos. I think I'm covered. We're looking for a brown guy with tattoos. Perfect.
Is that the AK day?
That was the AK day. So
chest blasted.
chest. He just won.
How about this? We'll give something for the listeners. All right.
Dude, if people understood that they can get slapped at any fucking point in time, they would legitimately shut the fuck up. Fucking take the labels off of this shit. They want to drink the bleach, drink the bleach. So day drinking, and I was like,
I caught that. I'm like, motherfucker! It's 11.
We're at
It's
work.
11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Work at least.
It's 11
I
o'clock
was
in the
at work
morning.
too, but I was like, yes.
Now it's time for you to talk about Blood Dick.
All right.
Why the fuck were you guys talking about that before the fucking episode? Hashtag Blood Dick.
So awesome.
Listen, welcome to the Covert Standard. What's going on, guys? That's right.
Shit, we're just jumping into it.
We're just jumping into it, right? Mid-conversation.
I mean, I was going to try to watch this trailer, bro.
Now, you can watch it now.
You can watch the trailer while we're talking.
Put the captions
right
on.
now. Yeah. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it. Covert Standard is still up in the live. That Category 5 hurricane that came at us.
Oh,
Holy shit.
I'm telling you, look at the gun. See it, and it's fucking gold plated. It's just stupid.
What was...
What's gold
What's he
plated?
watching?
The fucking 226 or fucking SIG.
The
really
Bad
loud.
Boys commercial.
Oh, no.
Look how-
Oh, no, I see it.
That's what I'm saying. And then
Oh,
look
it's
how
so bad.
fucking fat Martin Lawrence is. And
Oh, shit. Oh, come on, man.
bro,
Wait,
I
Is he-
love
Are you watching the trailer for Bad Boys? And that's what you're doing right
Bad
now.
Boys for Life.
Do you have to listen to it right
love
next to the microphone?
Bad Boys 2. One, not so
Holy
much.
shit.
Bad Boys 2 is
That-
pretty fucking
that-
funny.
You don't like
That-
one as much as two?
No, hell no. 2's the
What?
Yeah, the
fucking
2 is the best
jam.
one.
Oh.
But 3, I hope it is better than that fucking trailer.
We talked about this before, where like sequels or what do you call a
Close
third
ones.
movie? Is that just a sequel?
Trequel.
A trequel? A trequel
Okay. I
is
like
going to
it.
be horrible. A quadruple, that's even worse.
Well, I mean, John Wick just keeps getting better. Ish.
They're
That's what I'm saying, but it's this. The second one was awesome for Bad Boys, and generally the second movie shit, kind of like John Wick.
I think the
Second one sucked.
I think the second one could actually end up being better, like the
It's
best
rare.
one. Like the
Sometimes that happens. It's rare. Empire Strikes Back.
I was just gonna say that one.
Yeah. But it is
I
rare.
like Return of the Jedi a lot.
Aliens. Most people like
Oh,
Aliens
yeah.
more
Yeah.
over Alien.
Second
I'm more of an
one,
Alien
I like
guy.
how they
Much better.
made part 2. We're just gonna
Add an S.
add an S at
yeah.
the end.
That makes it more official.
Aliens.
But you know, Stranger Things. Season 1's great. Season 3's badass.
yes,
Yeah, see, I
Stranger
haven't
Things was
finished
dude. You gotta watch. It's fucking
I've
amazing.
watched
I
like
love it.
2, and then
I love everything about it. So yeah, so the hurricane, came by and
Did it? I'm still waiting.
and it was supposed to fucking smack us dead on. That was the first prediction.
It was out there looking very like
menacing. It was like looking at Florida,
Menacing?
like
Dude, I have
Menacing?
a D2.
menacingly.
D2 for one, the panic monster, and then I have another coworker that were like both mad at me that I wasn't worried about it. Like, you know what?
You should be more.
Before it was
What,
like
in
a
your
tropical
feelings?
storm. No one was really worrying about it yet. It was like starting to become a tropical storm. And we went to Sam's Club to get stuff, just like the regular stuff. And we were like, we'll get an extra case of water. And so we did, just because we happened to be there. And then all the hubbub came up of like, it's going to be a hurricane. It's going to hammer Central Florida, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm no expert, but I've lived here long enough to be like, they don't know what the fuck that thing's going to do that far out.
No, it's
They
too far
are
out. Yeah.
so full of shit. No one knows this far out. You cannot predict a hurricane 2 weeks out.
No, and like, but I'll be honest with you, hitting Jamaica and just sitting there,
Bahamas.
Bahamas. You racist fuck.
Yeah. So it hovered over the
Jesus.
Bahamas for over 18
Bahamas.
hours.
Did I say
Just-
Jamaica?
and
I feel
just-
like I've been saying Jamaica like all week too.
Why?
Just hammered Bahamas. It sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
Bahamas.
They
They-
had
those
Category
guys
5
found it.
the whole fucking
They
time.
got
and
a
a mile an
great-
hour.
Great fucking picture. My favorite and terrible. My favorite picture is the fucking like in a hotel where they're looking outside. The water's risen up to the fucking glass, you know, 4 or 5 feet up, and there's a fucking shark like swimming right next to them.
that's
Like,
awesome.
creepy as fuck. I'd be very upset
yeah.
because I'd shoot that thing.
I've seen satellite photos of like before and after.
Oh,
It's crazy.
bro,
It's
so
fucking
terrible.
crazy.
Now on the upside, almost all of the buildings are built on the high land. So like it was all the non-buildings that
Well,
got flooded.
Did you
But-
know that fucking Florida man, of course.
Yeah.
Florida,
Oh, that guy.
Florida man apparently
Oh, my
fucking
God.
bought 100 generators to send down to Bahamas.
Oh,
100 fucking generators.
You're talking about Florida
I
man
was
as a
gonna
human
go-
being? I thought that was an amalgamation of people that lived here.
That That one.
That's a good
Florida
word.
Man
Amalgamation.
in general, like how awesome, how shitty and awesome Florida is.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
No,
I'm
I know of some pilot friends that we have that they're getting ready to go fly relief aid. They're
pilot friends that we have who? We have friends that are pilots that actually do participation in things.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good on them.
I was thinking you guys are gonna go off the Florida man who had this.
I don't want to throw out names, so
his whole
No, I know.
his whole plan to fight the hurricanes. One of you guys put that out there.
Yes,
That shit had me fucking
so good.
rolling.
There's
a guy that they posted. It was a video. It was an interview, a news interview.
I just want to make this one statement before you tell the story. That guy had a New York accent,
Not from Florida.
but
In Florida now.
you can have a New York accent and still be Florida man. I'm just saying.
I can agree to that.
All right, go ahead. Tell it.
Most of the people that fucking leave New York come to Florida. Like
That's what I'm
we
saying.
have a huge
All of
population of New York people. I was about to say New Yorkers. There's a lot of New Yorkers too.
Fuck.
But
Keep going to next.
But New York people that came down here to Florida. But anyway, the video is basically it was a newscaster or a news reporter asking like a regular random Florida guy questions, and he had an opinion about it. His opinion was basically we should figure out a better way to combat the hurricanes. And then he started going over how our military has the capabilities of fighting the hurricane. There's at one point where he's like, they're all talking about the hurricane spinning, one way in direction. Well, we got an Air Force. We can get an Air Force.
You got to give him the voice, dude.
Okay. We got to get an Air Force in here and get the airplanes to fly the other direction, so that we can stop the hurricane. Because the hurricane goes, one way. And if you get the airplanes from the Air Force, I'm going country again.
Yeah.
Going in the opposite direction.
Talk about the
it
Navy.
Would stop the fucking hurricane.
The Navy. It's high. It's the high temperature waters. Why aren't the Navy dropping ice in the water?
Ice in the water.
It's the best idea ever.
And then he ends it with like, boom. There we go. Now we got cold water, and the hurricane it's not going to come. It's that easy.
He literally was talking about how the military. Yeah,
it was good. That guy reminded me of the Office Space stapler guy. That's what he looked like. He looked like him. He looked like
Have
a
you guys seen my
mustache.
stapler? Have you seen my stapler?
Yeah,
my stapler. It's my stapler.
Look at that line.
Look at her. You got a sweet little smudge on your fucking glasses. It's driving me crazy.
Oh yeah.
Let me fix it. I'll fix it.
Thanks.
Are you gonna spit on?
I thought about it.
Anyway, so that video had me fucking rolling.
Yeah.
The guy literally thought we can combat the hurricanes, and he was dead serious too.
The memes are very good for this
He was
fucking Dorian.
dead fucking serious too.
Dorian?
Yeah.
Oh, the Ghostbusters one where he's like, yeah, it's looking right at me. Florida's like, yeah. There's so many memes out there. But basically,
It's so fucking good.
SpongeBob
it was
SquarePants.
The very first prediction was it was going to go straight into Florida, but that's like every single prediction ever. Since the beginning of time, every hurricane's like it's going directly for Florida, and then all of a sudden it hits like the Bahamas, and then it veers off because of the Gulf Stream. Those of you, you guys know,
dude. This fucking thing was the second largest ever recorded.
Yeah.
So we can't just talk down on how fucking bullshit this hurricane was for Florida, but
I can.
Dude,
it's still up there. Right? It dropped to a category 2.
It's a 2, but it can
pick up speed before it hits the Carolinas, right?
Yeah,
it's supposed to hit the Carolinas like tomorrow.
I don't think anything will come of it.
No,
the most maybe category 3, but I just want to touch base that bitch did not want to fucking move. It went from fucking 10 miles an hour to 7, then 5, and then the bitch went down to 2. And the second it hit the fucking Bahamas, and it stayed there for 18 hours.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
It's crazy.
That's over 185 miles an hour winds, constant winds, not just wind gusts. Fucking this island up, man. And if that shit would have touched fucking Florida, it would have fucked us up.
It would have fucked some shit up.
We would have fought it.
It would have been
shot at it.
We would have shot at the
hurricane.
If we lived on an island, I'm all about it. I fear the hurricanes. We can fucking flood it. Florida will be fine. It's going to knock some trees over. Power's going to be out for a bit.
Florida man there.
We can agree to disagree.
We'll be okay.
Yeah.
The hurricanes, even the most aggressive hurricanes, they don't impress me.
Things have been built.
We haven't had an aggressive hurricane, dude. Like the most you had was a Cat 3.
I'm talking about go look at the footage.
Hold on. We've had Cat 5's touch.
No. So you're talking about since I've been here.
Since you've been here. Oh yeah, I've been here for I've been here for a ton of hurricanes.
So it's still not impressive. Like a fucking tornado of random death. Like that's impressive to me. I think the difference between a hurricane and a tornado is obviously the hurricane affects more people, and then it's the prediction. It's the fear in the air. It's the it's going to come fuck us up.
Fuck everything up in its
Tornadoes
path.
just come in and murder people and go away. There's no fucking time to panic about it. There's just
a tornado
coming
warning.
in. If it's actually in your path, it's not like a hurricane. Hurricane, you're like, all right, I need to board up my windows. A tornado comes through, your fucking house is ripped apart. Like,
Yeah, that's what hurricanes do too, man.
They can.
I haven't seen it.
I know you haven't, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
The west coast of Florida got fucked up. The Panhandle got fucked up because they're not. Well, they're used to getting hurricanes, but not like that. It went through.
There's 2 fucking other tropical storms out there waiting, so just keep fucking talking shit.
It could end up coming
Dude,
in.
I'm talking shit every year. Hurricanes don't impress me.
Then we'll find out.
They don't impress me.
He's talking about the football team in Miami, guys.
Oh, fuck that.
They don't impress me.
We got
I'm just saying, man.
We got a good team this
Hurricanes,
year. Just,
they don't get
freshman.
No.
Now, if you're gonna say like hurricanes with some fucking tornadoes mixed in, all right. Now you get something.
That's what hurricanes do. They
Sharknado?
They do bring.
That's what you get.
That's a scary fucking
They
situation.
do bring tornadoes, dude.
Like a
Like, that's the
zombie.
thing.
Oh, zombie nader?
Hurricanes do bring tornadoes. We had a tornado go through our neighborhood.
Yeah.
It was small, but it tore down all the fences and a lot in front of the houses.
Bitch ass tornadoes.
Well, they shot at it, so it went away.
Go ahead, go.
Yeah.
You go have your fucking tornadoes there.
I'm just saying.
Anyway,
Dude, F5, I will take a Cat 5 hurricane over an F5 tornado
Were you guys
any
prepared?
fucking day of the week.
did you have the right gear?
Like, you're smiling.
good plug.
Go look
Hey,
up
we
at some
didn't actually
shit
do
of
that.
what
Did
a
you-
fucking
did you have the right gear?
an F5 tornado does, and tell me that anything from a hurricane's like that.
Did you have the right gear for the hurricane?
Yeah, I did.
Did you have the right gear for the hurricane? Because I had the right gear for the hurricane.
I like that people that don't drink water, apparently everybody wants to drink fucking water.
to drink water. Okay.
bro.
Let's get everybody hydrated.
Everybody hates
the number
water
one hydration
until we
event.
need it.
So if you need like 4 cases of water, you can go to cabalusa.co and pick up
Bro,
water.
when
It
the
is
fuck did
still
you start-
available.
When do you start selling water?
It was a panic.
I don't know.
It was a panic thing. You started carrying water.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, Amazon went fucking ridiculous because everybody's fucking buying shit off there.
They were just dropping pallets and pallets and pallets. It was crazy. I like how.
Walmart. Ooh, that's a whole nother fucking topic. But before we get there,
Let's go ahead and go to
CabalUSA.co has the right gear. If you want water or muffins or bread or what was the other thing that people were panicking and
You got
buying?
donuts? I want donuts.
Donuts. They have donuts on there as well.
think
You
that
can go
was
to
too perishable.
cabalusa.co and you can pick up anything you need off of
Or
there.
a legit ass holster. If you got a decent gun, if you got there's plenty of decent guns, but if you got a Glock or a Shield or 365,
320.
320, he's got some solid fucking holsters. Go check him out. CabalUSA.co.
And don't forget to plug in that promo code for listening and being a fan, Covert Standard on that checkout, and you'll get 15% off, 15% off.
5-1.
And we also have our other sponsor, iView Marketing. They are a marketing company that does all types of printing on all types of stuff. As Dillon likes to say, they will print shit on shit.
See, you make me feel so ashamed when I'm not that drunk. Like I only, I'm too sober to be.
I'm too sober to talk about shit on shit.
Yeah.
So go to ivmarketing.com and check them out. It's number one stop shop for all print
Oh,
management services.
If you're a business and you're looking to get stuff professionally printed, definitely check them out.
The
Walmart. I don't want to give this up.
Okay, go for Walmart.
Two things.
Shit on shit.
Walmart, for one, they went into water rationing. Walmart and Sam's Club.
So they sold. Okay, you can have 3 bottles of water per person.
It was cases, but like you could only buy one case, and that you couldn't put it in your cart. You had to get in line, and then someone else would put in the cart, and they would take your name down, and then mark you as
Wow.
And then way more entertaining to me is they're putting out there that they're no longer selling handgun ammunition
Oh God,
or
yeah.
SBR ammunition. Think about that one.
We won't sell SBR ammunition because of the Texas shooting. Walmart decided to say we're not.
Is Texas based out of fucking Walmart? Or is Walmart based out of Texas? That's
No,
what I meant.
definitely
No,
not.
they're not.
That's
Definitely
what I
not.
meant. The
Also,
other thing.
also,
5-1 Tourette's.
Also, a handgun wasn't used in the Texas
Nope.
shooting, and it wasn't an SBR, even though there's no such thing as SBR ammunition.
It's special ammunition.
Yeah,
It's special.
You don't know what you're talking
It's for
about.
special people.
Jesus.
I think what we can take from that is they're going to stop selling 5.56, and I would imagine 7.62 by 39.
Yeah, because they ran with a yapper.
Yeah, the only thing they did put out was 5.56 and 300 blackout, and then no handgun.
How hilarious is
it
that?
looks
They'll
scary.
still sell 7.62 by 39.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
The
It's
fucking
not
ammo
scary.
that was used. We'll still sell that.
Yeah.
Jesus
No, that's okay.
Christ.
That's okay.
Oh,
It just shows you
fuck.
ignorance amongst the people. They have no fucking clue what they're talking about. They think that if they make a move that it's going to change something or make something for the better, but they're just fucking idiots. It's just stupid. It's dumb.
Speaking of fucking idiots, man, fucking Tim Kennedy, fucking
Oh, God.
like he fucking pissed me the fuck off, man.
Uh-oh. I haven't checked out Tim Kennedy, but I've been hearing a lot of stuff. Enlighten me. What's
Holy
going on?
shit. So I guess it was like some podcast that he actually showed up to, and it was like all on video. Nothing's fucking. Of course, it could have been edited, but like he claims that the shit was taken out of context. But the whole video and recording is him fucking saying, "I don't believe a 19-year-old should have an assault rifle."
Oh.
And then the
He
host
said,
is like,
did he say assault rifle?
"Yeah, he said assault
Oh
rifle."
my God.
He goes, "Why does he need an assault rifle?" And then the host is like, "Whoa, I didn't think you would say that, bro. Like, are you fucking serious right now?" He goes, "Yeah, I just don't." And then the clip stops because one, I don't fucking.
They don't want to put that out there.
Yeah, they don't want to put it out there. So
I don't.
This is the Tim Kennedy that fucking he goes through his whole resume every time he pronounce or he fucking
yes.
yeah,
says his
so
stuff.
that's like the ongoing meme right now going on. He's like, "I'm a professional, Green Beret certified."
You didn't look it up?
Army Ranger and all that shit, huh?
You didn't look up like the full video for context or anything?
I didn't. I just, but
So it could still be
but
out there. They
it
just
would
cut it for
still. The thing is, it came out of his mouth, dude.
that. It really did.
It's saying, I don't believe a 19-year-old should be able to get a rifle.
Long form
An assault
conversations, sometimes things can kind of be taken to extremes when someone's trying to pick up something nuanced. I'm not defending him because I have no fucking idea. And
Okay.
if what you're saying is what he meant, then like, well, what a
the
fucking
fuck?
dummy.
Yeah,
What a dummy.
What a
That's
dummy.
all, I mean, that's all I can
But
say. What a dummy.
What I'm gonna
But-
fucking say, we got fucking men and women starting at the age of fucking 17. They go to the fucking military, and that's the first thing they fucking get.
That's what
They're
I
gonna
fight.
tell me that
That's what I
military's
fight.
okay, and then all of a sudden, when they come stateside, and just like civilians, like 19-year-old, no. That's why they don't fucking they don't
course.
drink till
I mean-
21. And I'm like, what?
My whole point.
How is that a fucking argument?
My whole point behind all of that, and I've always said this, I've said it about drinking in the military, I've said it about guns as well, is the simple fact is, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the draft technically is still a thing. It hasn't
Yeah.
been implemented since whatever.
Definitely
but the
still is.
draft is still a thing.
Yep.
And the draft states, I don't want to talk about it because I don't know it 100%, but I know it's like the firstborn male of every as long as there's another sibling. There's a lot that goes over what the draft is. But anyway, it's basically you can be forced to go to war for the country, 100%, either war or jail, and it starts at the age of 18.
I just realized, I think I might be like, is it 35 or is it 30? I might be
As
too.
the cutoff.
Yeah, I think I might be too old to get drafted.
I don't know, but I know it's the first. I know it's the first male, and there has to be.
For the listeners, Dillon is smiling and so fucking excited that he doesn't have to go if the time comes. He's over here, he's
So-
like, fucking suckers.
Suck, bitches.
My whole point of that is that if you can sit here and force any person in America
To go fight.
to go fight,
America.
then you should be able to open up. You're considering them as an adult, right? They should be able to buy a gun. They
There's
should be able
too
to
many
drink.
inconsistencies. It drives me crazy. That's the number one thing that I am most frustrated with is the lack of values when it comes to that. People are not respected as adults.
They're not.
And it's because they're an easy target.
Well, not only that, I'm just amazed on how the fucking world is going
They can
going
vote?
around today. No, they can vote.
They can vote, but they're always outnumbered.
but let's fucking talk
Because they
about
don't
how
vote.
fucking kids can fucking change their gender at the age of 3. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
yeah.
that's a whole
That's
nother
another
thing.
whole
That's
subject,
all,
yeah.
But I'm talking about, like,
I
someone
agree, though.
respecting that
Yeah.
someone can make a choice like
And then-
that, but
and
they
then-
But
don't
they
fucking,
can't make a choice when
Yeah.
they're 18. Yeah.
So,
No,
and
yeah.
then now we got this whole fucking pedophile fucking bullshit that's going around that they're like, oh, well, from the ages of 13 and up, they're considered
12.
adults.
I
He
want
said
to punch
12.
that motherfucker in the face.
But that's where I'm
I
getting
want to
at.
punch that fucker in the
how,
face.
How is that okay? And you're going to tell
It's not
me
okay.
19-year-old is not considered an adult, not fully developed brain because they gotta wait till the age of 25. Like, what the fuck is going on? That where the sex change is okay, pedophiles are okay to do
Voting.
which I don't fucking agree with.
Voting is okay.
Yeah, voting's okay.
And voting is
Six-
okay.
16. They want to
You
bring it down
kill
to 16.
somebody, you fucking get trialed as an adult.
So no, what I was saying about the outnumbered thing, it's not about they're not getting out and vote. I mean, you're limiting, like, by the time that someone's no longer in that age bracket, it's less of an issue for them.
Sure.
So it's always a minority, and it's always an easy group to go after.
Sure, yeah.
Because there's too many people that are like, well, I mean, it
don't
doesn't
understand.
affect me.
As an 18-year-old, for someone to look at you and be like, "You're not a fucking adult." Like, could you imagine? Like, how come people aren't outraged by that? Like, oh,
Dude, that's a common thing in
You're
culture.
not a fucking adult. Get the fuck out of here. Like, okay, like as an
I
18-year-old, you
dealt
can
with
literally
it all
sign
the
a living
time.
will and testament. You can sign any document. You can buy anything.
You fucking do that in the military. Before you leave this fucking, before you go Oconus,
Yeah,
they make you do a whole fucking will and all that shit. But just to circle back, fucking Tim Kennedy really pissed me off by saying that in a sentence.
Yeah,
I understand it
Bruh.
could have been taken out of context.
That's a fucking year ago.
He said that over a year
But what did
ago.
he say?
Uh-oh.
That he said,
But he still said it, though.
He still said that part, and then he does a fucking correction sentence or a correction statement after. I don't think
After
an
the
18-year-old kid should have access to an AR-15. Yeah, that's the thing he said on a podcast.
He said AR-15, not assault rifle.
Yeah, it says AR-15.
I haven't seen it.
But
Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
Let's go.
no, I don't. I don't give a shit about other people's opinions of things.
Yeah.
I mean, Team Kennedy, yes, he's cool. Except for
awesome.
he's an awesome dude. He's generally, he's with fucking the Bang Bros and fucking all that. He's pro. Am I on the wrong thing?
Drinking bros.
That's porn.
Yeah, no, I like that better. So that's what he's on.
You literally just said porn. It's drinking bros.
Well, I was thinking the
Bang
movie
Bros
Article
was,
15 when he was like got naked and fucking
Range
fought
15.
Range 15. Thank
yes.
you. When they fought the zombie fucking.
It doesn't discredit him for what he said, right? Him as a person, he done a lot of great things. I agree with you, but he's an important
Listen.
person saying like influential shit. He should watch what he says, and if he truthfully believes that, like that's
No.
against
I don't think.
Disagree with you, sir.
I don't.
that he's not an influential person.
And that he should be careful what he says.
No, he should be careful what he says. But if he believes it, he believes it. I mean, I get it. I don't care
I see everybody that disagrees with me is an opportunity of one of two things: for me to enlighten them of how they're wrong, or for myself to be enlightened on how I'm wrong. You know, if someone has
This guy just pulls some fucking Confucius shit. Holy wow!
if he has some fucking
Hashtag
beliefs
Buddhism.
that I don't agree with,
Okay.
I'm not gonna roast him over the fucking coals for that. Like,
No,
you know, like that's this whole fucking
You're allowed to have an opinion.
cancel culture bullshit. Yeah, I'm more of the mind of I appreciate someone that I don't have to agree with you all the time for us to get along and agree with each other most of the time.
I agree. But I also think that the reason why this would be a big deal for any of us in the group is because we would expect in ourselves, right, in our community of people that we're talking to, we would expect somebody of his stature to be almost an agreeance. And I think what it is we had the assumption that he was an agreeance, and he definitely is not. And that's probably where the upsetting factor is. It's like, damn, bro, you were one of us.
Yeah, you
and
thought,
now you're not. You know, that's probably what it is.
I got something.
Yeah, it's almost like Dan Crenshaw.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like, damn. Yes,
That's
Dan
exactly
Cranshaw's
what I was
another
gonna
one.
bring.
Go ahead,
Bro, I
Chad.
thought you were with us. What happened?
I love Tim Kennedy because he did a recent like interview of
You like his dick too.
No,
You said it before.
not even that part, but the masculinity and how fucking where men are fucking crucified for being men and all that.
Yeah.
I think he did a great fucking podcast or not
Yeah,
podcast.
I
Fox,
only vaguely know who he is.
Fox News
Sorry.
part and all that, but I do like his 5'7" thing that he put out.
Yeah,
I thought that was good.
ADC was pretty good.
Yeah, but okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead with Crenshaw.
Dan Crenshaw. So, what do you think, sir, about the TAPS Act? Do you know what the TAPS Act
you
is?
You should know. I don't pay attention to anything.
Do you know what the TAPS Act is?
No,
No.
I don't pay attention to anything. I
Okay.
just said that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go over it. Go over it.
So,
Enlighten us.
so this is what a lot of people are upset about. They're upset about two things, and they feel like he's betraying the Second Amendment community. He said he is absolutely for the TAPS Act, and then he said that we need to look at and have conversations about statewide red flag laws. All right? So
I'm against red flag, hands down.
I agree, but I don't know. On this podcast, I feel like that's like I like beer.
I think everybody agrees.
So, like,
Hold on, but then but somebody might You know,
All right,
disappoint
but the TAPS Act, I think,
Like
is a
Tim
little
Kennedy.
bit more nuanced and a little bit more interesting. The TAPS Act is basically a trying to bring the standards and practices of the federal law enforcement agencies to the local law enforcement levels on getting people like intelligence aspect to their local law enforcement to keep an eye out for people that are potential dangers to the public.
Yeah. So, in other words, almost everybody in this social media account in this fucking group right now, we could
Everybody
be a
in this
potential threat. Because if you look at it from a clean point of view that you have no idea how our personalities are, and you just see the pictures, you're like, oh shit, homeboy's got this XYZ, and you're like, why? And then, you know, I just find it pretty fucked.
So tactical application of practical shooting, that's TAPS we're talking about? What does TAPS stand for?
TAPS Act. You type in TAPS Act.
What does the TAPS Act stand for?
It's a bill.
And it is saying that
it's-
we need more, what?
It's trying to bring the standards and practices of federal law enforcement to local law enforcement about trying to gather intelligence of local community
Okay, gotcha.
for potential threats.
So bad juju? What we're saying?
I don't have as much of a problem with it. I understand what Cabal is saying. But I feel like, for one, almost all local law enforcement is already doing this. Like, there's already intelligence.
Yeah, it's been going on ever since you sign up for Facebook.
Like,
all that shit can be used towards
against you and
anything
all this
in
shit.
court.
Like, I agree that, like,
social media.
I don't like the concept of our local law enforcement looking at all of the public and saying who's the potential bad guy and just like trying to play the
like leaving it separated with federal would probably still be okay. But now that we're trying to bring
I don't
that,
love that federal does it either.
I don't like it either.
Yeah,
but I mean, fuck, Patriot Act already been signed
but
and
like
been
I'm more
readministrated
worried
since
about
the
the
beginning of time.
federal aspect than I am the local. But I don't know. Maybe I'm foolish for not being worried about the local on that
And
aspect.
then his other aspect was we need to talk more about the red flag laws.
Yeah, he was basically like, I'm open to having conversation about red flag laws. I recognize that there are definitely bad red flag laws, which is why a lot of people have an adverse reaction to it. I think that there are some scenarios to where you could have basically local law enforcement be the ultimate determining factor of, you know, you have it to where family members or roommates are the ones that report it, but local law enforcement assesses it, and if they deem it necessary, then you could take it to the court system. I mean, he's a little bit.
Hate that, man.
He's
I'm
a little
sorry.
bit more nuanced to all that stuff. I agree. Like, I think that it breaches
your freedom.
Well, it breaches several amendments.
Yeah,
it breaches
several.
it breaches
Several.
your presumption of
two.
innocence,
Yeah, those
and
are
it breaches your representation.
Yeah, you're already proven guilty.
Yeah.
So, but to piggyback on what Chase was asking for earlier, so
TAPS Acts.
Yeah,
Go
what
ahead.
TAPS stands for Threat Assessment, Prevention, and Safety. So, just wanted to go off
Thank
of
you
that.
for the acronym.
It's not necessarily about confiscating guns. It's just about like trying to find the potential dangerous shooters out there. And I understand what you were saying about
By
like,
trusting a word of mouth, by trusting somebody giving a call
Well, that's-
saying, "Hey, this guy's crazy."
Well, that's what you do.
my ex-girlfriends,
with a
every one of my
911
ex-girlfriends would call
you know?
and say I'm crazy.
Well, bro, I hate to tell you this. You are.
But I'm a safe crazy though.
Sorry.
To you.
But I mean, the,
All right, listen. Let's not joke. Let's not joke about this because I'm not trying to be labeled.
Well, because I heard about Crenshaw and everybody was fucking saying how terrible he is because they fucking changed it to, you know, he believes in fucking red flag laws, but
Right.
it's let's talk about that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's discuss how we can make it better or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's the question: how do we find the fucking next shooter?
I don't think red flag laws are necessary. Like I just like how gun laws aren't necessary. You know, like they want to bring up all these gun laws that don't stop the existing shootings that have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Simultaneously, there's not too many examples or any example I know of that a red flag law would have been the determining factor. You know, the Parkland shooter, for instance, they had several opportunities to step in. And
FBI didn't do shit. Weird.
yeah,
Nothing new.
right.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like
it's just-
FBI knew about it.
All we're
so
doing is
if
just
they couldn't
adding more
stop it,
shit
Yeah.
to the fucking soup that makes that it's already implemented. You know?
Right,
And
right.
like, you know, the term swatted, what does that do to fucking YouTubers, fucking people that actually do have
They did that shit as jokes. Yeah.
No, it's a fucking real thing though.
No, I know.
Oh,
but they did
they
it.
do
They
as
did it
jokes,
as a joke. Yeah.
But that's what I'm getting at. Like, tell me what's different from a red flag law to that? What's going to be
I'd say
different there?
Oh, you just
A
mean
waste of
people
resources.
trying to like do it as a joke, like throw a
Yeah,
joke
I don't
out
like
there.
you. I don't like you.
Well,
You pissed me off. You're crazy. I'm going to call the cops now. Like, what the fuck?
Again, I'm going to play devil's advocate because I feel
that's
like
how I'm just pitching it.
I feel
I'm
like that's
pitching
my
it.
fucking job here on this show. They would say that that's an example of bad versus good red flag laws. And if you're going to have a good red flag law, not only would it be limited on who could report, but also there would be repercussions of obviously false reporting.
Just like the Me Too movement, it's doing so
Or
great.
how about the girl who says I was raped
I don't know
and
that
then,
you can-
I wasn't raped. I'm just kidding. How about that one?
I don't know that you can compare legislation
I
to the Me
personally
Too
know.
movement.
No, well, I'm just talking about
You
like,
know,
I personally know somebody who got rung through the courts for fucking sexual harassment, and then the girl admitted to not doing it, and there was no repercussions
Yeah.
on the girl.
You lose
He had to
your
pay.
job.
He did lose his job.
Yeah.
and he
It
also
happens.
had to pay court cost and a lawyer fee.
it happens to boys in the
And
military
they didn't
all
make
the
her
fucking time.
Yes, he was in the military, and they didn't make him. They didn't make her pay for a single fucking dime. She was like, "I was just kidding."
His name is ruined in that career field.
sure.
So he loses his job.
People
he loses
lie.
shit.
People lie in their pieces
But, okay,
of shit.
but repercussions on the
that's
other end didn't
fundamentally
work that way.
why I'm against those kind of laws too. I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that there are politicians that are trying to find the middle ground of like they feel like they have to do something. They feel like that is something that could potentially stop the next shooter. They want to make that step to where they're not encroaching on our rights. They're encroaching on the guy's rights that's getting ready to murder a bunch of people. The guy that's on fucking the dark web and he's talking about how he's planning on killing a bunch of people, and they get those reports and they want to fucking gather intel and evidence on potential real dangerous people. You know, that's, you know, about the TAPS Act. That's really what that's focusing on. It's not, oh, Susie said that Sally is a cunt.
So,
right?
have you watched? No, I'm with you, but
I love that. Sorry,
it's like the fucking Captain America fucking movie where I think was it Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier.
And
Anti-government. I knew that movie.
they bring up Captain America. He fucking says like, "What makes you think that we should intervene?" Or what's the other fucking movie? Minority Report.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise. Mm-hmm. You stop the guy before they actually do it, but you know there's a thing called free will, and you don't know they won't do it until they do it.
Pre-crime.
Yeah.
they think about it, but they don't not necessarily going to do
I'm
it.
just pointing little things out, like, you know, movies approach this fucking type of idea,
I agree.
and they always bring up the same fucking things, like we don't know if he's going to do it or not.
Like
you got to wait till it's done because you got to be you're innocent.
That's why I think I'm more in line with
Which
something
can
like
be fucked up, but
I'm more in line with something like the TAPS Act than I am a red flag law, because I'd rather have my local law enforcement know, like, hey, keep an eye out for this dude. He's a bad fucking dude. This guy is a piece of shit. He's making a lot of threatening comments. It's not anything that we can move on, but we need to keep a fucking eye on this guy.
I just look at it, if we can't fucking keep drugs and illegal felons fucking away from guns, why are we going to start implementing all this other shit? It's a lot of fucking work. It's a lot of work, and we're still fucking it up in cities that are not supposed to have firearms, and the motherfuckers that do end up with the firearms are already felons. And last time I checked,
Breaking the law.
they're already breaking the law.
What if we just take like?
Let's just work on what we already got versus putting
What if
more
we just
shit
take
on
like
there.
3 or 4 states and then pass a ton of gun laws in those 3 and 4 states, and then people can just move to those states? Can we just do that?
Oh,
That
it
already
already
happened.
exists.
Wait, what?
Illinois, Illinois,
You're
fucking
lying.
New York, fucking California.
S is silent. S is
And,
silent. It's Illinois.
You know what?
No, I know. I like to
Illinois.
say it ridiculous.
I think
I got
those
corrected
same
like 8
people
times.
complain about the way our voting system works too.
Yes, they are.
They complain that like other states have representation versus just numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about this? The electoral college.
Yeah, they want to do away with electoral colleges. They want the popular vote versus electoral college. They have no idea how
So
this
fucking
works.
stupid. God, they're so stupid.
Yes, there is a group of people out there right now that are dumb as fuck.
Listen, all right. Let's be fair. If you're listening and you think that the electoral college is a bad idea, you're not dumb as fuck. But I think you're definitely misinformed. All right. Cultures matter. Cultures should be represented in government. The idea on government is not to do the most amount of things. The government is supposed to protect you, keep you safe, and that's really about it. Our government has expanded to an absurd amount, and the crazy thing is there's huge portions of this country that think, Oh, well, that's not near enough. They're not near enough of a nanny state. We need a way bigger government than what we have.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
So these representatives that are representing your state or your town or your county,
Yep.
shouldn't they be raising money within their own county?
Generally, that's a good idea.
Because we're having issues right now. We can talk about fucking AOC. Money that she raised didn't even fucking pass $1,000 last time I checked. And then all the other funds come from out of state, out of her county, and all that shit. And that's just one person. I don't know about everybody else.
I don't listen.
But I'm just pointing it out there.
I don't care about that, to be honest.
What's an AOC?
It is a thing.
Alexandria
It is
okay.
Who the fuck is that?
It is
Cortez.
a thing.
The bartender that making
Boston?
6 figures now.
Remember Boston, the shirt?
The tight shirt.
No.
The boobs.
No. She got nice boobs?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, hold on, let me
When we
see.
showed you a picture of her,
favorite-
you're like, yeah, I'll vote for her.
AOC.
I'm sure it's gonna pop up. Either most ridiculous photos.
She's the one that had
photos
a
of her
fucking
crying.
famous picture of her behind a fence crying and all that shit.
Oh, that stupid bitch. Oh, yeah. She had nice tits.
That's
Where she had nice tits? Hold on.
She does.
That's my favorite part about Chase is that he's too busy living a fucking life and raising children to have any idea
have
what's
any
going
idea
on.
what's going on
It's
outside.
like a fucking Bill Burr skit to where like he talks about like you get your head filled up with all this stuff in church when you're a little kid, and then you get busy living life. And then all of a sudden you're 60 and you pop out and you just say the same shit, and all the people that told you that are dead. And everybody's mad at you.
They're
That's exactly
They're
what
not
it
that
is.
amazing.
Bro, hey,
Well,
this
there's pictures. It's
This
whatever.
fucking chair.
Yeah,
chair
how is
fucking-
that chair,
This chair's
dude?
tits, bro. I fucking love it. This asshole. You got to hear this shit.
Uh-oh.
So I finally bought an office chair for the studio, and I love this thing because I can lean back right now and talk on the mic. And I'm trying to make all y'all jealous right now, even though you're probably
Your
not
audio
jealous.
quality is
No.
worse when you're rocking.
Not at all,
Because
bro.
I'm going
You're gonna hurt my feelings.
back and forth. Okay, so I go to buy this chair, and I'm asking Dave his opinion. Dave's with me this whole time, and there's a chair on display, and I go to sit in it, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty nice." I was like, "Dave, what do you think?"
Motherfuckers playing musical chairs first. of all.
I literally was.
He
I
sat
tried
in
every one of them.
every fucking chair.
I am aware of who Fred is.
Oh my
So
god!
I finally found this one. It was at a reasonable price, and I was like, all right, what do you think about this? And Dave found a squeak. And he just, like, he made sure I knew about this squeak because he just would.
You didn't say it, did it? Yeah, rock back and forth.
Dude, I was
like,
on that shit
over
for like
it.
15 minutes.
Dude.
Dude, my work chair does nothing but squeak.
And I go,
It's
oh
my
my God,
most, It's
yeah.
my most entertaining
It's
thing.
like the regular black office chairs.
Yeah, but
They're like
the
the worst.
whole way
They're
back
the
and the
fucking
whole
worst.
way forward. So when someone's trying to tell me something serious, I just sit here and like constantly make a constant squeak. Like one of my subordinates, one of the people under me, they're trying to tell me something serious, and I'm just,
so he's squeaking the fuck out of this chair, and I go, all right, Dave, I get it.
I'm not gonna fucking get it.
Here's another one. Try this one, and it doesn't squeak. He's like, oh, this one's good. I was like, cool. So I can buy the chair. It's just been used for a while. I turn my fucking back. I'm like looking around, and all of a sudden I hear
And I'm like, ah, shit, Fred.
And he was
You
like,
got a
damn,
problem.
bro, I'm sorry, man. You got a fucking problem with this one too. You shouldn't buy
And
the
I'm in
chair.
the same spot, same position.
Same everything. And I turn around and I was like, fuck, man, I'm getting pissed. I was like, man, I just sat in every chair. I like this one. And this one squeaks too. And he's like, nah, bro, I just switched the chairs back again.
Like I put the display on
this
it. I did
motherfucker had everything
I did that
exactly
shit
the
like
same.
under 30 seconds.
Good job.
I turned around.
He was dead serious.
He switched the chairs. The one that was squeaking, he switched the chairs, and he's like, "Bro, I'm sorry, it squeaks." And I was like, "Fuck, man!" And then he was like, and then I like for a minute, I was just like, "Man, I really like that chair. All right, I'll look for another one." Then he's like, "Nah, bro, I'm just kidding. This one doesn't squeak." It's fucking.
Yeah.
I did buy it though, and it's gray and it's not black, and I kind of like it though. I was like, it's different because I was gonna buy a
Bro,
black
it's
one.
no fucking David chair though.
Dude, he
Oh
has
my
the
God.
ultimate fucking
Gamer chair.
the pickup gamer chair right there.
Nerd.
Yeah, straight up nerd. Listen here, boys. I got the fucking extended warranty plan, so if there's like ever a scratch on it, I can get it replaced.
I'll scratch it.
Yeah.
That was his thought process on this whole thing.
That's how they sold it to me.
If it's like fucking chase proof, is that what it is?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we know
your pocket
who you hang out with. Yeah.
Is it chase proof? That's funny as fuck.
One way to find out.
I break shit.
Shit
I break a lot
on
of shit.
shit.
What happened? Like
Oh.
the shades.
Who you breaking?
Fucking shit. I break shit.
Oh, man. Don't be breaking
So-
shit.
All the time.
Movies.
So
Movies,
I don't
movies,
know
movies.
much about the movie industry, but you motherfuckers won't shut up about this It thing.
It?
So
Okay, so you remember it from when you were younger? Do you remember it?
hey, Georgie,
Yes.
George,
Hey, Georgie.
come here, Georgie.
Everybody floats down here, Georgie.
It's so awesome. So I remember it growing up. It was definitely one of the scariest movies I've seen as a kid. Along with, but we grew up in a pretty good
Tim
time though.
Curry
Yes.
did such a good job being a creepy fucking
A
clown.
creepy fucking clown, exactly. So
I had nightmares for fucking 5 years.
You know what was my favorite fucking clown movie? Insane Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, Killer
That
Clowns from Outer
was
Space.
My fucking
They
jam.
wrap you up in cotton candy, stick a straw
was
in it,
at
suck
least
your
a
blood.
little
Yeah,
bit
I remember that. Yeah, it freaked me out too.
I thought that was more comical.
You've
I
never,
thought it was
you've never
kid,
seen that?
dude?
Apparently, I
As a
haven't seen
kid,
that.
No,
it's
I
fun.
dude, I did get
amazing.
scared. I did get scared as a kid, but I also found
now-
parts funny.
Yeah.
And with it, I don't think I ever found any part funny. I was
I don't know.
fucking freaked out by that
I haven't
shit.
seen the new one. I'm
No, I'm
like
talking about the old one.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the old one.
Yeah, the other one's pretty fucked too.
Where he's coming out of the fucking like drain in the shower.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So that
Practical
movie
effects, bro.
was
Amazing.
amazing, and they remade it, and I think they did a pretty good job on the remake. Personally, I think they did a good job on the remake.
yeah.
Part 1, Part 2 is coming out this weekend. You said, right? Or,
Yeah.
well, by the time this is released, yeah.
It's out. Yep.
It's
Next
gonna be out by
weekend,
the
last
time
weekend, 3 weeks ago,
this
whatever.
airs.
Whenever we
this
release
is.
this, fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't date this.
Don't date this. So it is released by now,
Sure.
and
And I love it.
and I
It's
love it.
terrible.
It's amazing. Anyway, I want to
Both.
see it. I want to see it. I saw the
Yeah.
first one. I have to see the second one.
Yep.
We should do a movie date. You want to do a
Do
movie date?
Sunday?
You want to do a movie date?
Sunday?
Ah, fuck.
You want to do a movie date? Anybody want to do a movie date?
Yeah.
I should not be doing anything.
I'm gonna have somebody chilling with us too.
I work.
I'm bringing somebody.
Ooh.
Oh,
You bringing me?
shit.
I'll bring you too,
Oh, okay.
along with that.
So on the it comment, I like memes if you didn't already know, and there's a meme where a fucking little girl goes to the wow, I can't even think
To
all
the
of
wow.
The quarry?
Yes,
Yes.
Jesus Christ, to the sink.
to the
And
sink.
every time
The sink. You couldn't think of
Oh,
sink.
Yes. Every time the fucking little girl goes to the sink, she says, "Oh, hi, Georgie." And so the dad's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" So he actually got the courage to go up, and it's a Pepper Pig, George from Pepper Pig. I'm a
Oh,
dad, bro.
shit.
Dad. Sorry, you guys are talking about movies. That's what I thought. Yeah.
I was just thinking of the sink scene from this new
Well,
one.
that's exactly what the dad was thinking too. Like,
Yeah.
oh Jesus Christ, there's a fucking clown in there. So he comes
Yeah.
up with fucking, like fucking minigun, like waiting for this motherfucker, and it's just a goddamn pig in there. But yeah, dad
Hey
Dad.
there, Georgie.
life,
You haven't seen it.
I know exactly
It's
what you're
real
talking
creepy.
about.
dad life, bro.
Yep.
Try to see if you're.
There's a meme about that
We
pig.
should do
That's
it.
what
We
I'm
should,
saying.
The eyes like a flounder. And then when
Yes.
you see it from the front, it has fucking 4 eyes.
we should do a date night
but-
to go see this movie. But if you haven't seen the first one, go see if you can see the
Well,
first
I have
one.
it on Blu-ray.
It's
I'll give it to you.
Borrow.
it's awesome because of all the clown like in the background. Like if you have to pay attention to the background of that fucking movie,
The new one.
'Cause the first one, because
There's a lot
he's-
going on.
He
Dave,
is
Dave,
in the
Dave,
background.
Dave, come to the shop tomorrow and shoot, and I'll give it to you when you're in.
Okay. Maybe. I don't know.
No, you're
What's tomorrow?
you're gonna get charged.
No, I told my buddy down south,
gonna
Mr.
see it?
Glock 88.
We're not down south.
It's his birthday tomorrow, so
Nice.
I'm gonna pay a visit, see how he's doing.
Oh, you're going down. You're going down south.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. I was gonna grab it for you from him and then just bring it tomorrow. But
Yeah, you can still do that.
I was
Grab
gonna-
it and then you know.
I'll have it with me then. Because I'm gonna go jujitsu tomorrow. I'm gonna cancel that fucking appointment. I'm gonna go
Tomorrow's the
jujitsu.
last day of regular stuff. Other guys going on a plane, so I had one more day of regular stuff, and then I'm back to 9 to 5, bitches.
Congratulations, golf clap.
Yep. Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
That's
you.
fucking awesome,
Nah,
dude.
but I like it because, dude, we're gonna start putting out content, man.
I hope so.
I can't wait.
We
Don't-
are putting out
don't
content.
Listen, don't
What's-
listen to him.
what
He's
the fuck
lying
is
to
wrong?
you. We won't do
Videos,
it.
videos,
He's full of shit.
videos, videos like
Videos?
this,
We won't.
like this.
We
Videos?
So
Videos like what?
I
Let me
went
see that
and
thing.
shot
Give me
a
that.
different match than I normally shot, pushing myself out of my normal
It's on you.
bounds.
Oh
there.
shit, son.
It's on you. Do whatever you want.
Special purpose rifle match.
Say that again.
Special purpose rifle match.
Say it again.
SBR match?
No,
Special purpose
I
rifle
want to
match.
say
SPR. You automatically go to SBR.
say it 3
I
times
said
fast.
SBR.
No,
special
you said SBR.
Special
It sounded
purpose
like
rifle
I
match.
think my
SBR.
P's and B's sound similar when I say it quickly because I don't enunciate my words very well.
Drinking too much.
Yeah, probably. I've been
special
here for
purpose
5
rifle
hours. Everybody showed up late.
Drinking
I definitely showed up late. Definitely showed up late for today.
That's the problem with being on time.
special,
Goddammit.
Special purple.
Purple.
See?
Special
See?
purpose
Everyone
rifle
fucks it
match.
up.
Special purpose.
Right.
Is that like the dinosaur, the purple dinosaur? What's
Barney.
The
Barney, yeah.
one eye,
Barney
one
rifle?
hold,
Barney rifle.
purple people eater.
So
How'd you do?
I did terrible.
was it? Was it fun?
It was good.
Then you didn't do terrible.
And
What did you learn?
I learned I'm not very efficient at laying down and shooting fast.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's actually something you needed. No.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
Supposedly the
I'm
prone
up, basically,
position
I'm
is
down.
like that.
First,
Should be easy.
Well,
Hold down.
time constraint.
Oh, okay.
So,
Got it.
100 yards, so not a difficult shot. Got a 11 by 8 sheet, and there is a row of colors. They're only about 1.5 inches of each color, and you have to lay down prone, find your color. It gets called right before the buzzer goes off. Lay down prone, find your color, and you have up to 3 rounds that you could have put on it, but you have 10, then 8, then 6 seconds to do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Goose egg.
What
Goose
are
egg on that.
you zeroed for?
Yeah, or using
I think
optics?
I'm zeroed
Yeah, I was
for.
gonna say I saw
on-
power, right?
Yeah, on that one I'm using my Nikon.
Yeah.
I am zeroed at 100 because of the reticle. The reticle works fucking awesome. It's meant to be zeroed at 100, and you have your perfect holdovers if you're shooting 55 grain in an 18-inch barrel, which is what that is. And I always shoot 55 grain, which is why when we actually started shooting distance, I did significantly better than everybody else because in those in-between markers, when you're dealing with the like 470 yards rather than the 450 or 400 yards even, like people couldn't find their holdover. I like that reticle quite a bit because it's pretty easy to make your adjustments and go. So I did actually really well when it came to shooting steel at distance. I was I think it took second, maybe third in my squad. I don't know. I didn't look to see how I did like overall in ranking. I know I'm sure it wasn't like the greatest person ever, but I didn't eat dick, which is the important part. Another kind of cool factor.
Good
That
life
is
lesson.
important.
Yeah.
Life lesson of the day.
Life lesson.
All right.
Didn't eat
Don't
dick,
eat
bitches.
Sometimes,
Unless you want to.
sometimes you gotta eat dick.
Some,
all right?
hey,
Sometimes.
sometimes you have to
Unless
eat
you
dick.
cute. Go ahead. By all means, girl.
One of the
Do your thing.
guys in my squad was
Squad,
a French dude.
Like how French?
Vive la France.
French citizen, French, speaks French.
So he had a FAMAS out?
So he was borrowing a friend's rifle, his AR suppressed.
Was he good?
He beat everybody.
Oh, the French guy.
He's a like career military master at arms kind of. That's like his title, but it's like basically he's a Navy French dude. It's like their premier Navy specialist kind of guy, and he shoots a lot of competition. So I guess he takes a 4-hour train ride down over to Sweden to shoot competitions on a regular basis.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him to come in all the way out here and then just
Yeah,
fucking,
he loves America. He loves the Second Amendment. He's very pro
Fuck.
2A. Like,
Yeah, dude.
It was cool. It was cool getting to meet different people.
We actually have a spike of people from Paris.
Yeah.
Like a big spike recently.
But hold up, before we get to that, did you get his number?
No,
Like, it seems like
no.
a guy we need to fucking keep in touch with. Homeboy borrowed a suppressed SPR
from somebody else and,
From
and
somebody
fucked
else?
everybody else up.
Yeah, they're
Come on.
friends.
That's pretty
Somehow
good.
they
we
like,
got some questions here for this guy.
I'm not like I'm an introvert. So like I said like a few things to him and we're like, "Oh, that's cool." And then that was about it.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, it's not like I talk someone else's ear off if I don't. I'm like, I mean, people are okay, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. I guess.
I'm not the best like advocate for us outside.
I can't wait
They're
till I
like-
start opening up more time to do things like that.
Is that ever going to be a thing?
I know, right?
Womp womp.
So eventually, here soon, like within a few more weeks, I should have every weekend day off, and I think that I'm gonna try to do 2 to 3 matches a month.
Nice.
That's the goal.
Fucking jelly, dude.
Get into the gym 4 days a week, and then 2 to 3 matches a month.
Fuck yes, dude. I'm proud that you're saying that
can't
shit out
wait.
loud.
Yeah, that's the initial goal, because the 70-hour work week really kind of fucks with your motivation to go to the gym.
To do anything. All you want to do is just fucking chill.
Yeah.
Cook some amazing food and not get judged.
Need to find.
Every time I see Chase, he's like, "You're getting fat." I'm like, "Fuck you."
I need to find.
He goes in the bathroom. He's right.
And I'm like putting on my fucking belt on, and I'm like, "Fuck." God damn. But yes, I fucking like that shit because I'm looking into the tactical games, and
Yeah.
I brought that up earlier.
That should be cool.
That shit looks fucking cool as fuck. It's a little
Yeah.
bit of fucking CrossFit, and then and competition shooting with like full kit gear. But I found out if you volunteer to fucking help out and be a volunteer, you get a discount rate for how many times you fucking volunteer for.
That's cool.
So they travel the fucking nation to do shit like this.
Put them on.
Yeah, dude. I think it's pretty fucking dope. I saw, what's that guy from Misguided Children and all that shit? Tank,
yeah.
Tank?
That motherfucker was in that shit all the time. Well, in the fucking footage that they post most of the time. So it's kind of pretty moto. It's moto as fuck. Let's just say that.
I don't even know what that means.
Motivation.
Motivation.
That's how- that's-
I was thinking of a
that's how
cell
you-
phone company.
That's how you can tell the people that have been in the military and that haven't been in the military is when you say stuff like that. Like moto, what's that? What is that? What is that?
Motivate.
Moto.
Hey-yo.
Moto Monday.
Moto is just we say it a lot. It's dumb, but it's motivation. It's just a stupid like what is
I think
it?
someone tried to sell me a moto
Abbreviation.
pill in high school.
Different.
Yeah, different. Yeah, we'll call people like we'll call each other like motards.
Oh, shit, yeah. Devil Dogs
Like-
always with the motard tattoo.
Motard tattoo.
That's what it's called.
Well, hold on. Okay, Marines are not the only ones that get dumb fucking
Bro,
moto
you
tattoos.
guys got chance
You know what I
all
don't
the
have?
fucking time.
You know what I don't have?
A left-handed revolver on your chest?
I don't have. I don't have.
He's speechless, folks.
I don't have.
How do I
don't
drop
have
this
a moto-
mic? How do I drop this mic?
I don't have a moto. I don't have a moto tattoo. I don't have a moto tat.
Does Dave have a moto?
Does Dave have a moto tat?
I don't know. What would you consider a moto?
Is that anchor that's on his fucking elbow
That's
right
not
there?
a
A moto
moto
tat?
tat.
That would
not-
be considered a moto tat.
How would that be considered as a
it's
moto
not.
tat?
No.
No, a moto tat is
No,
like,
that's like
fucking
Tufa
dog
hunting,
tags and the fucking...
USMC dog tags. I don't have
If you don't know what they're talking about there, you're not alone.
I don't have a moto tat.
Yeah.
I've never gotten one. I do want to get one still, just because, but I just don't have one. I never was that bandwagoner guy. We had a guy that put like the Eagle Globe and Anchor really big on his back, and I thought that was the most ridiculous.
That's moto.
That's moto
We had
as
another
fuck.
guy did it on his chest. He had right in the middle of his chest this big Eagle Globe and Anchor, but it wasn't it was just an outline.
Left-handed revolver.
That was it. The left-handed revolver on my chest.
Oh, it was just the timing was
Dave,
perfect.
where did you come from? There's your one good joke every year right there.
out of left field.
Just wasted it on a left-handed revolver.
No, it was good,
I didn't
bro.
waste it.
No, it was good, bro. I like it. I'll take
Delivery
it.
was perfect.
Take it.
Hell to the fuck yes.
So, but I kind of want to bring this up before we wrap up. I don't know where we're at, but
we have
A few
time.
seconds.
We have all of the time.
I don't want to talk about this as it's too far to being relevant. Hong Kong, the shit that's
I was
going on there.
trying to go on that one.
So,
Okay, so we got 7 minutes.
yeah.
let me go ahead and tell us.
they just recently officially said, okay, that bill's gone. The extradition bill, it's totally dead. We're not bringing it back. We can't bring it back. It's totally dead. That was a few days ago. The protests are still going on.
Because it stemmed from
'Cause they want everything
murder,
changed.
right?
Okay.
Somebody went out there, killed the girlfriend, and then went back and they won't extradite him.
No.
Yes?
That is the story. That's not where it stemmed from. That is the story that like the pro people are throwing out there for extradition to Taiwan. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the story that like basically is come out of left field of like, see, this is the good thing. The bill's a good thing.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with it. That was just like an example of like, well, see, you're stopping a murder from getting extradited.
But I thought it's because that they wanted the person that made the decision out of power too. right?
Well, okay.
And also they wanted things
Why
to
do you
change.
have like all of this time to look up this stupid shit that doesn't have anything to do with
because
you?
even though I work as much as I do,
Yeah.
as I'm going to and from work and like in between and taking shits, I'm constantly trying to learn shit. So
I learned
Good for you.
I guess.
That's a good thing. When I take a shit, I play Clash of Clans.
yeah, I know.
What are you learning out of that? Come on, step it up.
How
You gotta
to
step it up,
how to
friend.
defeat the tower faster
So-
than you. That's how I learned.
No,
Yeah.
it's a fucking
Very,
game.
No,
very
it's not
quick,
gonna be quick. It's
concise
6
rundown
minutes.
of what we're at. Hong Kong is in a two-system, one-state situation. So they are a part of the Chinese government, but they have a completely autonomous government. That autonomous government put forth a bill. They are also everybody that people can vote for in Hong Kong are all pre-approved by the communist state government. So that the people that were in charge
7 minutes, right? Okay.
Okay. The people that are in charge put forth a bill saying that you could get extradited for all kinds of different reasons, some of them being like seemingly legitimate, like, oh, someone murdered someone. I don't think that means that person can't be held accountable or imprisoned in any way. I don't know the details on as far as the Taiwan.
in Taiwan, so they can't extradite them.
Yeah.
So
but
they can't
the whole
be held liable because the murder didn't happen in
their jurisdiction.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But keep going.
Okay. I can't speak competently about what you're talking about. I only heard about that case only very recently.
I thought that they just wanted more change. It wasn't just that.
So they put forth a bill saying that basically if you talked shit about the Chinese Communist government, you could get extradited to China to be working in their prison camps and all their bullshit.
Yep.
So obviously everybody had a big fucking problem with that.
Sure.
They had 5 demands. I'm sure I can't remember all of them. They wanted
Top 3.
They wanted that bill taken away completely. Mm-hmm. They wanted the president that put it forth to step down because she put forth such a terrible bill.
Yeah.
They have laws to where basically when protests are considered riots, then everybody in mass can be prosecuted. They wanted to have the riots / protests no longer be considered riots, which would free a lot of people. And then they wanted the individuals that had been rounded up and arrested to be freed that were related to it. I know I'm missing another key point that they were wanting. So one of the major things that they've been asking for just happened a few days ago, and the protests.
That's a big fucking move, man. I mean, that's great. That is amazing that they were able to get it done like that. Like that's what it takes, man. You know, I don't know.
It means
that's badass.
civil arrest. So the whole thing is that they've been on the verge of that fucking riot versus protest thing. Like the mass majority of them are peaceful protests, and it has gotten kind of dicey sometimes. Oh yeah, the fifth thing was they wanted a independent investigation on the police actions to see if they were excessive use of force or not. That was what they asked for.
Those aren't unreasonable. Everything that they're asking for is not that unreasonable.
Yeah.
But not to a communist.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But they're different. Hong Kong, they run
So
completely
episode,
different from fucking.
they do and they don't. Like I said, it's everybody complains about our 2-party system and how it seems rigged here. Think about it if it's a 1-party system to where listen, you can pick whoever puppet you want, but I get to pick all the puppets.
Yeah.
So they have freedom, but they don't really fucking have freedom. They have the illusion of freedom.
The illusion of freedom, yeah. Well, so
than
how about
fucking
episode
China.
6?
It's better than China.
Whatever happened to the Yellow Vest thing?
I mean, they kind of petered out after they got what they wanted as far as the gas tax and a lot of that stuff got rolled back.
We never remember we were supposed to go revisit that the next episode.
I believe I told everybody that you were lying when you said that because we
totally
always say
did.
that shit and we never follow through.
Yeah. We apologized before we got cut off the air. We're like, don't hold your breath, folks.
Yeah, because I keep doing that. I keep putting us in these
it fucking happens, dude.
Yeah.
I guess
It's
I'm
all
just
good.
I'm almost on the verge of being, because I've been very pro Hong Kong this whole time. Their movement, I'm really fucking proud, and it is getting to the point where okay, well, now what?
Rioting.
Yeah,
they want to protest the rest of it, right?
And at what point is rioting the right move? you easily could have the perspective when you're talking about the founding fathers of this country that they were rioting. When they did things like the Boston
they sure
Tea,
weren't protesting.
like the Boston Tea.
Well, I guess that would be a protest.
but
But most of it, like a lot of it was war.
a lot of
more just shooting people.
Yeah.
a lot of English would. Well, I mean, there was a lot of protests that led up to it.
There's both sides to it.
The Boston Massacre was a fallout to the Tea Party or the Tea Party.
It was a good party.
It was a wonderful party.
The tea.
Little crumpet
What
with
am
it?
I looking for?
Princess-
the tea
Princess
incident.
Teacup was there.
What am I looking for,
Yeah,
Dave?
she's
What the
she's
fuck?
pretty.
The Boston Tea Massacre. There was the Boston Massacre, but it happened after the fact that they went in on a bunch of British ships and threw the tea into the ocean.
Which was so funny to me. If you really think about it, like they just threw tea in the ocean, and then it started. Like,
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
you gotta think about these bitches didn't have anything back then.
But that's awesome. Like, hey, let's protest. We're gonna throw tea in the water.
Yeah, but that's how the money.
If it was that
money
simple
came
now,
in, that was
if it was
the
only
supply
that
that they
simple.
needed.
Like, if I went to go throw some tea overboard from people overseas, that wouldn't do a fucking thing.
Yeah,
Boston,
we have
awesome.
abundance.
Boston
We have-
Tea Party.
It's awesome. The Boston massacres we was
Tea
talking
Party.
about.
It was literally called the Tea Party.
The
I thought it was.
Boston Tea Party is
Massacre.
what it's called. No,
The event?
no massacre. Boston
No,
Tea
the-
Party is
the
the fucking
massacre happened
throwing
after.
over the things.
The
The after. He's talking about after the Boston.
Well, I was talking about both, but the massacre
I think that's a
happened
1 minute mark.
after the fact, by basically the protests going on and the British coming in and fucking shooting people.
So, moral of the story is don't throw tea over or throw tea over if you want something to change.
Moral of the story:
get a new
politics are complicated.
Yes, they are complicated.
Cover it all up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's another successful episode. Thanks for sticking with us. Of course, we have Bad Karma Live.
Oh, hi.
Still forgot his blend.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
Cabal from Cabal USA.
Brotherhood bitches.
Don't forget, he's got a new shirt that just dropped over there on Cabal USA.
Oh,
Stickers
hey,
is a thing.
Stickers are a thing
You
now.
can't be saved.
Free
be
shipping
violent.
on stickers.
No. If you can't be safe, be deadly. Yes.
Yeah, there
Thank
it
you
is.
for remembering it.
Yeah.
So go to cabalusa.co, check out his website, put everything in the shopping cart, and Covert Standard is your promo code. I've got Clear Malfunction.
Ew.
And I am
that's
the
like my way of
Nitro
saying fuck you
Panda.
guys.
You guys have tuned into Covert Standard. Be sure to check us out, www.covertstandard.com, all social media platforms, and also give us a follow and
we
share
like
it to all
you.
your
Thank
friends.
you for listening. Work if you want shit.
Buy us shit.
Buy us things. Buy us things.
Fucking protest bad boys.
It should be better.